Hello, Together We Can. My name is Daniel Van Sant. I am the Director of Disability Policy at the Harkin Institute, and I am honored to be your keynote speaker this year. When I was really young, my doctors discovered that I had a disability, and my parents were given this laundry list of all the things that I would never be able to do. And there was so much confidence behind telling them all of the impossibilities, everything that they thought would never be possible. Um, but there was almost no confidence behind sharing what would be possible for me, what things I could do in the future. And I'm guessing this is something that sounds familiar to a lot of you attending the conference. But I was very lucky. I have parents who took that with a grain of salt and decided to let me decide for myself what I could and couldn't do. I was also very lucky that when I turned about 16 months old, the Americans with Disabilities Act was signed into law. So, by the skin of my teeth, I am considered part of the ADA generation. Like other disabled people my age and younger, we grew up, or are growing up, with legal protections that past generations didn't have. We are able to take certain pieces of accessibility for granted. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that things are perfect. Far from it. We know that we still have a long way to go to fully realize a world that the ADA imagined. But the attitude is different. We know that we have rights and that we have value, not despite our disabilities, but because of our disabilities. And that's one thing that I want to make very clear about my keynote at this upcoming conference. If you're looking for a feel-good speech about a boy who grew up on a farm in Iowa and overcame his disability to climb Mount Fuji, you're going to be pretty disappointed. It's true, despite being told when I was a child that I would never be able to go upstairs, I did climb Mount Fuji in my early 20s, but I did it while being disabled, not despite my disability, and certainly not by overcoming it. Today's disabled people know that the disabled experience is valuable. It makes us diverse, it makes us creative thinkers and problem solvers, and it also benefits the people around us who lack disabilities. Post-ADA studies have shown that inclusive classrooms actually benefit the non-disabled students as well as the disabled students. This also translates to the workplace. Companies that are inclusive of disabled people are more profitable than their non-inclusive counterparts. This is something I've had the privilege of seeing all over the world, and it's what I would like to tell you a little bit more about when we come together at Together We Can on May 6, 2023. Hope to see you all there.